everyone, this is my wifey.
This is my wifey.
This is our sunny boy.
Hello.
And today we're having fish and chips.
Homemade.
Yay! With salsa, mango salsa.
Tartar sauce.
And let's get started.
Yeah.
Pick a place and there we'll go. Walk this jungle like a pro and learn to laugh. Many try some food that I don't know. That's the rhythm of my soul. But that's me. What about you?
Welcome back.
Hello.
So yeah, we have today fish and chips, and the chips, or it's baked chips. I couldn't do the fried.
Part of this one. What is this? Oh, it's cut a piece.
Take the piece.
Take it.
Take it.
LOL.
LOL.
Yeah, take it. And what else?
You tell the story. I'll
Okay.
serve the food.
Fish and chips. Chips is regular potatoes and two kinds of sweet potatoes.
Those are sweet potatoes.
But all of them white
where's the number
inside.
potato? No, it's
So yeah, and this is mango salsa, which is mango and jalapeno and a lot of good stuff. So yay to this. I want jalapeno.
I'm spinning round and round. Spinning round
I
and
think it was a
round.
bad idea to bring the spinning round and round. You
I
know?
like it.
Yeah,
I like the spinny thingy. It's so cool.
I know. I want the
The
sweet
fish needs
potato.
a little bit of salt.
Yes, it does need a little bit of salt. You know?
I'll go get the salt.
Thank you, honey.
And bring me the spicy sauce, and on the corner I forgot on the table.
Okay.
You know how it goes.
Oops. Thank you. So yeah, this is two types of sweet potatoes I have.
Here's your spicy sauce.
Yeah, I know. I
That
wanted
you
to
ever
really want
had.
one of the most up there. Hot pepper sauce. This one. Hot pepper sauce.
Hot pepper sauce. You want, you're sitting kind of on the edge. Just sit properly, honey. You want tartar sauce?
Yeah. So today was a low day. She's before night shift.
Yep. And we're just hanging together, just, just us.
Someone is going to have some homework.
Oops.
Yeah. It's flying the day.
Oops.
Yeah, flying the day.
Where do I put the tartar?
Ah,
Tartar.
Try it
Inside?
first. You can dip
Sure.
it inside.
to dip it inside, it's fine.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
So, yeah.
Some salty.
I really was craving fish and chips.
You want some salty?
Yes, please. So I decided to make homemade because when you go somewhere, it's a little bit less, healthy, and lot of deep fried.
And getting sweet potatoes, it's impossible.
No,
You can get yams, but not sweet potatoes.
not a chance.
And with fish and chips, I don't think we ever encountered yams, even. Not with fish and chips.
No, we have.
We have.
Where?
Somewhere I think closer to Lund.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
In
you're
Pearl
right.
River? It's on the Sunshine Coast, on the BC coast. BC. Coast. Sunshine Coast.
I have salt.
Yes.
It was inland actually.
Victoria, can you pass me salt,
Actually,
please?
in land or in the restaurant?
The restaurant of the land.
On the land?
Board.
Oh, the board.
Board.
The
No,
board.
no.
Oh, okay. So that is land. Because that's the restaurant actually in Pearl River, the Laughing Oyster.
I'm almost positive it was in land.
Probably.
Oh, I think I have video out of it. I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive I have video out of this.
It's funny how things sometimes, the experiences get so blurry, you can't really always remember
Oh
what
yeah.
exactly and where happened.
It's just unbelievable.
We've been through so many other vacations since we've been to London, so
True.
no wonder.
And it's so much fun. And we always have videos we can go back and look at.
You know what? At first I thought, we will remember and it was such a great experience. But you know what? Time takes its toll. You can't remember everything.
Especially when you have so many fun things. It's hard to remember one specific fun thing.
Which movie was that? I can't remember the name now. With emotions. Inside Out. There we go. Thank you, Arlo.
What about it?
How they store the memories, right?
Yeah.
And the memories you don't use, like you don't think about that time, they just being dumped somewhere. So,
They could
so
make-
the longer the time goes, it's harder and harder to recall.
If you don't use it on daily basis.
I wish
correct.
they added one more thing in Inside Out that I was thinking about. Meanwhile, I watched the movie again a few times. They added also a subconscious, like area.
Subconscious.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right. It was an awesome movie.
But it wasn't deep enough. Right?
It wasn't deep enough for adults.
Yeah. But even for Ariel, when they watched it a couple of years back, it was kind of...
They added it to they have a subconscious. You remember things that they dumped in subconscious, but they didn't make out of it
a big deal.
a big deal.
Actually, subconscious is a very big deal. Not just the immediate emotion that affect us. Actually, a lot of things from the past come and haunt us
Yeah.
later in
And
life.
sometimes we don't remember what they are. Just the feeling that we had around.
Just the awful feeling you get, and you don't remember what it was, and you don't really know what specific emotion it is or memory, but it just gives you that nasty feeling.
Oh. Stop.
I will know that. So that's what goes to subconscious. But you're right, the movie wasn't
Deep enough.
deep enough.
I know, but it's for kids.
Oh, I
All
know.
ages. So this
I
is what
know.
we have a little bit more of tartar.
Oh, for sure, but... But you know, like a lot of movies, they make it, make subtle jokes for adults.
Yeah.
So
I
you
like
like
it
SpongeBob?
actually.
I like SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob is really bad. I don't know who allowed this to go for kids.
You know what? It's not the worst.
No, not the
No,
worst.
no, it's because they hit it quite well.
Yes, they
You
did
know
it
what?
well.
I really,
Except the one joke that I got from the start.
It's okay. Ariel.
I will. You don't have to. But yeah, there are a lot of interesting jokes in kids' movies.
I know, but some cartoons are just brutally awful.
I think one of the most disliked by me, it's some cartoons from Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just thinking, why?
Borderline antisocial evil.
Sometimes, yeah, like different.
Different, but some of them are really.
But like really, I don't know.
Like
Not
which
a big
ones?
fan.
I can't specify the name right now, but a bunch of them. Mind you, if you take the cartoons we grew up on,
Yeah, it's even worse, I'm guessing. Cartoons of 80s and 90s.
and Tom and Jerry wasn't the worst. Ah, the pickles inside the tartar.
You loved one.
Oh, I'm not saying.
No, what it was? It was with the two small.
Chip and Dale?
Chip and Dale, yeah.
I like Chip and Dale.
Are those two chipmunks?
Yeah.
You know what?
Chip and Dale
Yeah,
to the
Chip and
rescue.
Dale now joined the Disney.
I like Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale now joins the crew of the
But you know what? That's the.
of Mickey.
And that wasn't the worst either.
You know what?
That's
I actually know
rescue.
Chip and Dale.
Just went to rescue. I know.
I watched it as an adult, and it has so much sexism and so much,
Oh, probably.
you know, much like unhealthy machoism and you know, little lady and all of this nonsense.
How about Popeye?
Well,
I'm not even going there.
I do enjoy it, but that's because I enjoyed watching things that the old cartoons.
And the fairy tales we grew up on.
Yeah.
They're so bad, like some of the stories I still remember, and it's like, oh my god, how did we survive and not become like psychopaths or something? You know what I mean?
It took a lot of work with a therapist not to become one, you know.
Therapist.
Okay, I'm kidding.
She's kidding, actually.
But again, am I? Oh. Actually, I'm great believer in therapy. Don't get me wrong, other way around.
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm one of those that first I will tell to people, go to therapy.
Absolutely.
Some support group, therapy, some therapy setting, something, because it helps. It doesn't feel so alone. And no, I'm great supporter.
It's
of
true.
therapy.
But why am I joking? Because having former USSR people
Yeah,
don't believe in therapy. They're afraid it will be
affected on them.
affected on the future. It will be marked on some personal files somewhere, and then it's when you're older, it will never get a job, won't get into school that you desire because of you have some past mark that you actually, you know, went through therapy. So
You know, 70 years of communism didn't come easy on the people, and they afraid, and they won't tell you all of the information, and it's scary, and they don't. It's stuck. My parents didn't want to take me to dyslexic diagnosis to make it. That's it, thank you. They really didn't want to do it. It took me advocating for myself for years and years before they actually took me, because it's, oh, you're not stupid, or you're not that, and you're not that. Or it will be a problem in your future. No, don't do it, it's just not a problem. And when in the, actually, or it's like mark, or it will be like, you know, negative mark on your existence. Yeah, like, exactly.
Thank you, I'm full.
Okay, you want to go?
Yeah.
You can
Thank
go.
you very much for the fish. I love the fish and the very
We can
soft
see you.
sweet potato.
let's see. Do you like the sweet potato?
The soft one.
Yes.
The sweet potato is amazing in this application.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And don't worry, we're not going to throw this food away. Some people think that we're going to throw the food away.
No, and don't worry, I'm not forcing him to eat whatever he doesn't want. And if there's more on the plate, not a big deal.
And trust me, he will get this later. He will finish it later. So we never force him to eat, but
We don't throw the food.
we will not throw the food. We're immigrants, and yeah, we can't throw the food. So yeah, it was so bad. Actually, it's good, isn't it? It's homemade tartar sauce as well.
I know. You actually have pickles inside. I love
Yeah.
it. Pieces of pickles.
Basically, garlic powder. I even didn't have garlic. Garlic powder, a little bit of mayo. I really think you even loved it. A little bit of pickle juice, and
pickles.
pickles. That's pretty much it. Very simple.
It tastes so good.
Yeah.
Doesn't
What was I saying?
mark negatively, no therapy. I think that was about it.
Yeah. So
Effects of the communism.
effects of the communism. Yeah, because
And that you're not stupid.
yeah. My parents, it took them years and years to diagnose me. even when school suggested at some point. They were so afraid that it's and it's actually, if you are in the USSR, there is not such a thing like diagnosis of dyslexia at all, or some recognition of this nothing. So yeah, you can be stupid, or you can be bright and you push to your limits, and even bright and you can't get really help. I have here friends that came right away from Russia and without, like, Israel or any other country, because some people came from other countries. They've been for a couple of years. They they doesn't even want to send their kids, and I mean 6-7 years old, to what's the name of the person?
Or to psychologists?
It's not psychologists. It's organizers in the school. There is one person
counselor.
Counselor. There's counselor that, like, if something come up, or in Canada, like in here,
Any issues, between the kids, just to talk to someone. See what bugs them. Yeah.
and usually it's very positive experience, because they're trained to do those things. This is their job. So even then, people doesn't want them to go like 6 years old to those psychologists, or they're afraid that they're psychologists, or they're afraid that this
Will be written somewhere in their permanent file. Exactly going to say that a lot of people would not go to counseling if they came straight from there, even though sometimes they live in Canada for 5 and more years, and they still for 20 years, and sometimes they still won't do it. They don't change their mind. They just, it's like something in your mind, it's there, and you're just so scared of it that you would just avoid it by any cause.
Yeah, like if you're, I told it once, but if you're diagnosed once with depression, in the USSR they can't take your driving license, which I don't see a lot of correlation, but yeah.
Wow, yeah.
So
just go suffering through your life without getting any help.
yeah,
Because it will screw up your future.
so I can joke about the therapy, but I'm so much pro therapy.
Oh,
my god,
absolutely.
you have no idea. Like, I always, the first thing, let's find something, let's find some support group. Like friends telling me something, and I said, there are support group. I'm always like jumping on this.
Because you want to
And she's amazing to find for find those things. Like, I can tell Regina, she will find you something. She will find you something.
Because
this is always.
You know what? Life are hard. It's all challenging. We all have our issues. Our ghosts are, that keep haunting us. And, hiding from them or locking them somewhere inside your head is not going to help. It will come back and haunt you. Trust us.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, sometimes some things come up and it's like really, it's been for so long. We thought we dealt with those emotions,
And they're still
dealt with those things, and once in a blue moon they'll still come back, and it's like, it's so exhausting. Sometimes it's just like, really? But you know what? So so getting help and getting all the support and find your support network is really, really important. Some people exercise helps them, walking in the nature. Like in Japan,
Anything,
like in Japan, they go in that forest and
Groups. They actually, for senior citizens, they have free groups that you're working with, just to be social and just to be moving.
No, but they have this forest, like that area with the forest area. When they go, and it's like a peaceful place. Remember, we talked about it.
Yeah,
You remember
there is
that.
some.
So basically, anything can get you going to the nature trail. Whatever works for you. Different people work different things
The
for
only
them.
problem that I tried to say before we cut off, and we cut off because of the memory. The only thing that I have problem is when you go to regular doctor, first thing before talking, they prescribe medication, which doesn't treat the underlying problems. And I think it's okay to have medication if you need it, totally okay. But with the medication, you need some, I think, process or therapy, or at least group therapy, or something that you can process those emotions and to make sense out of your life. And I think this is the most. We're big pro. Yeah, so go mental health, go, and it's the most important thing.
Absolutely,
And,
it's very important.
So thank you so very much for being
It
with
was
us.
delicious. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was
isn't
very
it?
good.
Like, I love homemade stuff, and I think that makes cravings go away.
Yes. And thank you for joining us. And please subscribe, write us a comment, thumbs up, us interest, love in life. And remember, go towards your joy
And do
and
something.
fun and for yourself every day. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Self-care is important. Self-care is important. Self-care, it's important. Self-care is important.